The federal government has taken a step towards making marijuana legal. Here's Faiza Amin.
Marijuana is not a benign substance, that it presents a risk to certain sectors of our population, particularly kids, in the impact on developing adolescent brains, but it also can have an impact on people who are very frequent users or people who are maybe suffering from other illnesses, particularly mental illness.
Former Toronto Police Chief and the man tasked with making marijuana legal with a warning about weed. Bill Blair was making his comments as Ottawa took its first step towards legalizing the substance. They announced a 9-member task force chaired by former Liberal Minister Anne McLeland to study the issue.
If we're going to achieve our public purpose aims of protecting our kids, getting organized crime out of this trade and protecting our neighborhoods as a result by reducing the violence and victimization they're responsible for, and doing everything possible to ensure whatever is consumed by Canadians is as healthful as we can make it.
The other members of the task force include health officers, representatives from the RCMP and CAMH. A huge focus of the task force is limiting the sale of the substance to minors, as well as cutting out organized crimes.
Adolescents in Canada use marijuana more than any other illicit drug. They also have among the highest rates of marijuana use compared to other developed countries.
Pot laws have been a huge gray zone in Canada since Justin Trudeau made the election promise to legalize it. Illegal pot shops have sprouted across Toronto, creating confusion and anger.
Tax dollars hard at work, I see. Keep up the great work, boys.
The governments work in 4-year increments. That's the term of government. So really, I think Justin Trudeau, next time he goes back to the polls, he's going to say, check mark, have I done what I said I was going to promise to do? That means for something like marijuana, it's going to take a couple years.
Toronto police have already carried out 2 raids against marijuana dispensaries in the city.
I think it's a signal from former police Bill Blair that there's not going to be the Wild West here in Toronto. There's going to be a long period of consultations, of talking, of government doing what government does best, which is putting in place a bureaucracy.
The announcement of the task force doesn't mean pot dispensaries are safe from future raids.
It means also that commercial sellers of marijuana who are not licensed under the current law are illegal. Keep in mind that the law is the law until a new regulation system is in place.
And the task force will be reporting back to government officials in the next few months. Ottawa says it will be introducing marijuana legalization legislation in the spring of 2017.